It is our families that are our most treasured assets. Without families, the community cannot survive.
We believe that families are the heart of the community, and we are certain that the realization of our plans for the Family Community Life Center will nurture, protect, and strengthen those families for many generations to come.
This project completely fits within the county's economic development plans. The Riverhead downtown, this place that we're in today, is absolutely critical, in my view, to our county's future.
We truly believe that it's a social justice project. And we know, those of us who live here on the East End, I live in Hampton Bays, we know how little there is here in the way of these kinds of projects and these kind of communities that help build community, right? Because we have a lot of segregation out here, we have a lot of poverty, and it's this kind of project that works to combat that.
When our wounded warriors can't swim together with their children because there's no public pool and there's no equalizer in which they can function like any other human being without challenges, the quality of life in our entire community is diminished. When we leave our most fragile residents, our aging loved ones who maybe are having cognitive decline, alone at home because other family members have to go to work, and they are torn between resources that they can't afford to give them proper supervision during the day, our family community suffers. And when our community suffers, we all suffer. And so the Family Community Life Center is attempting to address many of these issues.
The representation and projects like this and the necessity for projects like this and our job in supporting projects like this as your elected representatives should have no boundaries. Supporting people and human beings, no matter where, no matter what, is our job.
They took this concept, this idea, and went to the local community, because this is not a church project alone. This is for the entire community, not only of Riverhead, but the East End. The vision that they've had has raised through grassroots initiative, no organized fundraising campaign, but all the events that I mentioned, they have already raised over $1.1 million, and they have turned that back in to the project.
This is the kind of project that is worthy of investment and will reap dividends for years to come that frankly will save us money as we go along.
At the heart of the project is a 65,000 square foot community center, the Community Life Center. As Shirley outlined, it includes intergenerational daycare on the ground floor. There is daycare for children on the ground floor. There is a reception lobby. There's classroom space. And then in the rear is the gymnasium. Below the gymnasium is the changing rooms and a 25-meter pool. On the second floor of the project is fitness space, classroom space, and a performing arts center. All of those needs came to us through the community, that these were functions and amenities that do not currently exist in that part of Riverhead.
Is our Family Community Center essential? I would say yes. Its classrooms will provide space for elder daycare and provide stimulating supervised interaction with their peers. And if you know any older people, you know they don't like to hang around other old people. It'll give them a chance to interact with youth, other members of the community, and members of their own families.
You see a lot of things proposed over time, and a lot of these things are just not thought out, and they have unforeseen consequences. What you see here is a vision that's been vetted by the community and that's been well planned and well thought out, and it's really, how is it going to fit not only socially into the community, but how is it going to fit physically into that area? And everything's been, it's very impressive to see all that thought that's gone into it.
The land is unencumbered and has never been on the tax rolls. The development is not costing the taxpayer any additional burden. FCLC will make payments in lieu of taxes for its usage of fire and police services, and is currently the case, we will pay for private carding services. Providing these critical services to the families of our community is an investment in the community's future sustainability. In order for us to move forward, our town board need only to adopt an overlay zoning ordinance which establishes a community benefit district.
This is the time that God has selected. Pastor's been on me a long time to try to get this thing through, and I'm reminded, my wife tells me all the time, in God's own time. It is God's own time, and it is going to happen.
The project is a visionary project. In doing such, it really requires the support of many people to keep it aloft. This project transcends time. It is a new paradigm for Long Island. It is a mixed-use community that is not based in profit. It is really answering a born need of the community and born out of its natural landscape.
I would venture to say that our country would look like an entirely different country if we had a project like this on the ground, up and running, and there to bring people together the way this will. We would be an entirely different nation within, I would say, just a couple of years.
This will help our county grow. This will help us create sustainable economic growth. It will help support small businesses. It will help support this downtown, and that is exactly what we need to be doing. The success of Riverhead is critical to the county's success in the future, and the county endorses this project.
We treasure our open space, and we work hard to protect our fragile and valuable ecosystems, and we should. Yet, I submit to you, as important as our open space and our pristine beaches, our rich agricultural heritage, these are not, I repeat, these are not our most valuable assets. At Family Community Life Center, we strongly believe, and you'll hear it over and over again, that families are the heart of the community.